Good morning, I'm at Terminal 2 at the Lanzarote Airport because I'm heading over to one of my favourite islands, Tenerife. Now this terminal is where all the domestic flights are and I'm going over on a Binter flight. Now it has propellers. I am a little bit nervous, but I'm going to take you with me to keep me company and keep me calm. So come on, let's have a look at Terminal 2 and let's have a look at how you get between the Canary Islands. Let's go. So straight away you see that Terminal 2 is, well, it's very busy. Lots of cars, lots of taxis. Not as busy as the main tourist terminal, but there are a lot of people that get the domestic flights over, whether it be for a weekend, whether people have got businesses on other islands, or also there's a bigger hospital in sort of Las Palmas as well. So some people go over for medical treatment. So it's a busy old place. That's the security through there. And this is where you check in on your Binter flight. Now the cafe used to be on this side, but they've moved that through to the bit where you've gone past security in there, and I'll show you that in a moment. But this is the Binter flight here. And this is the car hire queue. Now Seacar, Cabrera Medina are one of the most popular car hires on the island, but I tell you what, look at the queue for them. They might be popular, but being popular means you have to wait a long time for a car. Now I've hired a car over in Tenerife with Sanasti, and I'm going to be straight off the plane and straight through because it's all been pre-ordered and pre-arranged. So I'm quite looking forward to as little stress as possible. Right, come on, let's get through security. I've only got hand luggage. I'm here nice and early so I can show you around. And I better stop filming when we get to security, but nice and peaceful. Nice and peaceful, although I said it's busy outside. When you do come here, it is nice and relaxing. So I'm through security. I'll tell you what, because I've got so many electronics, I have to take them out and put them in all these different trays. It's absolute madness, and he was swabbing me. I must look dodgy, but it's still same rules apply, even though it's like a short 35, 40 minute flight. Same rules apply with all the security. You have to get all your stuff out. You're not allowed any liquids, yada, yada, yada. So, but I've took my jacket off because I'm sweating. And let's have a little look around this side of the airport. Well, one thing, the toilets are actually really clean. And they do smell really nice as well. And there's lots of big mirrors, look. So if you want to check yourself out and make sure you're looking good for traveling, well, you're rocking and rolling here. I tell you what, one thing I do like about these toilets is it's completely touch-free. We've got all the mod cons here in Lanzarote, which is quite surprising because sometimes in Lanzarote they can be a little bit behind the times. But we've even got a Dyson hand dryer, and the power of these things is absolutely incredible. It's a shame their cordless vacuums aren't as strong, because I tell you what, never ever buy one of them. Worst thing I ever purchased. Anyway, let's go. So here we go. What do we think of the toilets? It's a big smiley face from me. So come on, let's go and have a little look around here. So they have got water here. Look, you can fill up water, and there is some machines to buy the water. We'll have a look in a minute, see how much a bottle of water is. They only sell the smaller ones. Whether I'd trust that sort of drinking water here in sort of Lanzarote, I don't know. It probably is filtered, but I'd still probably, even though I'm tight as hell, buy myself a bottle of water. So through this side, like I said, they've moved the cafe here. The cafe used to be on the other side, which didn't make any sense at all. But here, look, you got the cafe. Someone's enjoyed a few cups of coffee here, look. And it's very busy, but very messy. Maybe they're short-staffed, I don't know. But you can get yourself coffee, you can get yourself pastries and stuff like that. A few snacks. Probably cheaper than the other side where the tourists are. I mean, you can get a croissant for $1.90 there, that's not too bad. Ham and cheese croissant, $3.95, and $4.95 for a baguette. So they must have just had a flight, look. So the lady is out here collecting all the empties. It's quite a busy time in the morning. A lot of the flights are sort of between sort of 8 and 11 o'clock. But one thing I do like about this side of the airport is you can watch everything. Look, so you walk to the aeroplane, so they come in here, but you can get a good view out of the runway. And if you like plane spotting, well, it's perfect. So over this side as well, you can actually get a good view of Terminal 2, which is where all the real flights come through. Look, you've got a couple of Ryanairs there, so that's where you'll be landing when you're coming on holiday. Look, over there at Terminal 2. And I tell you what, you get a good old view of the planes here. If you're a plane spotter, you can watch absolutely everything here, literally. Front row seats. And you can see all the bags coming off and everything. Look at that. Perfect view. So there you go. You know Mr. TravelON likes a posh water, but I tell you what, this better be the poshest water in the world, because a 75 CL water is €3.15. Are they taking the absolute mick or what? They won't let you bring water through and they charge you €3.15 for a bottle. Disgusting. The 50 CL is $1.75. I think I can just about live with that. So I got myself some premium water, premium price, that's about all it is. Definitely not a posh water, and I'm going to sit here and chill, wait for this plane. It's got propellers. Like I said, I'm a little bit nervous, and I'll take you with me and show you what a Binter flight looks like over to Tenerife. Stand by. So, quick update on the flight. Looks like we're delayed. Oh, God, typical Mr. TravelON. 9:40 we were meant to take off. We're taking off at 10:14 now and boarding at 9:45. But you can see, look, the internal flights, Gran Canaria, Tenerife North, Gran Canaria. So they're pretty regular. They're like buses. And it's only recently that they've actually started going to Tenerife South. Before, it was just Tenerife North, which was always a bit of a pain because you'd have to fly into the north and then hire a car and drive all the way down to the south. But they added the south not so long ago, must be about a year ago now, but it's really handy. Only 2 flights a day from Lanzarote to the south of Tenerife. So I'll head back, have a little sit down, and while I have a sit down, why don't we have a look at what the price would be for tourists to come over and fly between the islands? Because as a resident you get a 75% discount. So how much is it for tourists? Let's have a look and I'll be able to tell you. Then you can judge whether it's worth hopping over for a night or two and doing a bit of island hopping. Okay, so like I said, if you're a resident of the islands, you actually get a 75% discount, which makes it really easy to go over. But if you're on holiday, could you do a little bit of island hopping? Well, let's have a little quick look. So I'm selecting a date in May because at the moment it's Easter, so I just want to get a rough idea of what a normal price would be. So let's say you wanted to go to Tenerife over to the south for a couple of days. I'm going to select 1 adult and 1 child just to give us a price of the children as well. And let's have a look. The website's actually really simple to use, and I'll put the link below. And you can see here that the price is around $44.25 each way, which for a resident is a good deal, isn't it, to be able to fly between the islands. But remember, that is with residents discount. It does load it up and it shows you the final price of €101.64. However, when you press that magic button, it will then tell you that if you're a non-resident, you're looking at around €376.14 for a return. But you could go and do Tenerife for a couple of days. Do you think it's worth it? Would you do it? Let me know in the comments. Right, then we're off down the steps and onto the plane. Let's go. So there you go. She told me I couldn't film, but I'm filming anyway. Yeah, there you go. There we go. We're off up the steps. This is what it looks like getting on a plane. Oh! Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Here we go, look. Hola, buenas. Straight on. We've got to find our seat. We're in 10F. It's only a small place. You have to squeeze through. It's only a small plane, look. Not much room for a 6-foot overweight person like Mr. TravelON. Here we are. 10F. So the bags are stowed away. And it's a good job it's only a 40-minute flight because look at the size of the seats. They're only small. So here we go. To be honest, I thought this flight was going to be full. There's not that many people on it, but it is just before Easter, so I think for the Easter holidays and the weekends, this flight would be pretty booked up. But it's looking half empty. God, I might have 2 seats to myself. Fingers crossed. So here we go. Look, the propellers are go. And I am very nervous. I've just been told by the crew that I'm not actually allowed to film from inside the aircraft. I said, well, can I film myself and out the window? They said yes, but not in the aircraft. I mean, in a day of mobile phones, how are they going to police that realistically? But I have got a camera in my hand, so maybe I'll be better off with a mobile phone. Then they wouldn't know or say anything, would they? But there you go. Anyway, we got the footage we needed. Now let's see the takeoff. There we go. Up in the air, look, a lot noisier than a normal plane. Ears also popped quite fast then as well. And it's a little bit windy and bumpy. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm crapping myself. I don't like this bit. I don't mind landing, but taking off always gets me a little bit nervous. So let's just enjoy the views. So although it's only a 40-minute flight, you do get fed as well. Let me show you. So we love this. You get a little Binter chocolate bar with a little Binter napkin and a little water as well. You can have water with gas or without gas. Fabulous. So as well as the chocolate bar and some water, look, you get a little sweet and a little wet wipe to freshen you up for your arrival in Tenerife. I tell you what, it's great service, isn't it? Amazing views of Tenerife, but I tell you what, it's quite a bumpy one with the wind and the propellers. It's not comfortable, very noisy, and Mr. TravelON is having a panic attack. Here we go, nearly on the ground. I tell you what, not a comfortable ride. Touchdown. I tell you, it's better flying into the south. The north is even worse. But it is like that. I said at the beginning, I don't like the takeoff because I feel when you're taking off, you're going in that direction. When you're coming down, you're going in that direction anyway. So if there's a problem, they've got control on what's going on. They know where they're heading. If you're going up and something goes wrong, you've got to sort of come back down again. But we made it. We're on the ground. I hate flying, but it was a little bit rocky. And the weather's looking not too bad. Come on, let me show you a bit of Tenerife. So before we get off, this is the first views of the Tenerife South Airport. Look, you can see Ryanair, all different airlines coming in there. So this will be your first view when you're on holiday of what it will look like at the Tenerife South Airport when you land. And look at them beautiful blue skies. Come on, let's get off. So you know you're at a bigger airport than Lanzarote when you have to get a little bus to the terminal. So on the bus, there's only a few of us, but let's go. Really clean as well. I've grabbed a seat because there's not many people. Usually I'd stand up and let the elderly sit down. I'm not quite elderly yet, but look, you can get a beautiful view of the airport, look. And you can see people coming off the plane there. Love it. And weather-wise, look, well, it's looking good. You can see Air Malta there taking off. There's a Ryanair flight taking off. And that's the beauty of the airports in the Canary Islands. If you're a plane buffing, I'll tell you what, you'll be in your element. Everyone's on board, away we go. This is fun. There you go, look, incredible views, right close. All the aeroplanes coming and going. Beautiful sea views there. Oh, I do love Tenerife. Wow, look at this. Now this is a different driving experience, isn't it? It's not like giving way to a pedestrian or a car, you're actually giving way to an Air Baltic aeroplane. We are super close. Look at that. Is he going to let us go? Here we go. Look at that. Incredible. So I do really like this. Loads of fun. If you've got kids with you, they're going to absolutely love it, aren't they? Here's our Ryanair flights, look. Wow, look at that. If you've got kids with you, they're going to absolutely love landing in Tenerife. Getting on the bus, there's a private jet, look. And looking at all the aeroplanes. You'll be excited, look, to see that beautiful blue sky and the sea. And the kids are just going to be in their absolute element. Excited for the holiday and watching all these planes as you head into the terminal. Tenerife Airport. I absolutely love it. Now let's go and have some fun. So there you go, we've arrived in Tenerife. That's us, ready for an adventure. Stay tuned for all the videos. But that was Binter flight from Lanzarote to Tenerife. I hope you enjoyed it. And maybe if you come on holiday and you fancy it, you could do a bit of island hopping. Or if you're a resident on the island, well, now you know how easy it is if you haven't actually done it yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to like, follow and subscribe. Let's go get our car from Sanasti Car Hire, Tenerife. Come on.